From my notes, November 2nd, 7 p.m. This evening I took Goldie out to play with her ball. When I let her out the door, she usually runs right to her ball and flinger on the picnic table. Tonight, she stopped short right at the edge of the porch and looked out into the darkness toward the river. Then, to my surprise, she bumped the Sasquatch face on the bench twice and looked back at me. I've seen her point things out to me before in this manner, but this was a first. She was telling me the Sasquatch were out there. We stood there and watched and listened for a minute before going back inside without ever having left the porch. As we came back in, I looked back over my shoulder and caught a quick glimpse of a Sasquatch behind Bart, the wood-carved Sasquatch that hangs on the tree. For just a second, it was like seeing double, but one was bigger and brown and shaggy. And then he was gone. On many nights, I have listened to the sounds of the Sasquatch walking, running, playing, splashing in the creek. Sometimes the sounds are different. The rapid splashing of a fishtail fighting its way upstream is distinct and easy to identify. On November 14th, shortly after 11 p.m., I heard this distinct splashing and went out to look. Sure enough, it was a fish. Oh, there he is, right there. Yay. Looks pretty good. The next afternoon, I found this very fresh fish right beside the trail not far from the cabin. Randomly dropped by wildlife? Maybe. Considering the head had been removed and the rest of the fish was completely intact, and it was dropped right beside the trail, I suspect it was a gift. From my notes, on December 4th, I had been hearing fish splashing in the creek off and on throughout the evening. Right around midnight, I turned off the light to go to sleep. Almost immediately, I heard footsteps running by my window and the splashing of someone running in and out of the creek. I never heard a single voice or saw any lights, and Goldie slept peacefully, not once acknowledging the sounds. I believe I was listening to the sounds of the Sasquatch catching fish. And a few days later, I noticed a new finger smear high up on the cabin window. There we go. Get that light out of the way. Can you see that? There. Right there. Yeah. That is a heck of a smear. Look at that. That is cool. Look at that. Alright, nice. Okay, so yesterday I took my curtains down and washed them and washed the windows before I put them back up. And I discovered that I have a relatively fresh looking new greasy smear on the outside of this window. And I took some footage of it last night in the dark. And you can see I put a piece of tape up there to show the height from the outside. Oh, there's sparks. This isn't the first time that I have found fingerprints on the outside of the windows at the cabin. On the morning of October 26, 2020, I woke up to a fresh set of fingerprints on the window on the creek side of the cabin. They appeared to be made by muddy fingers pushing on the window. For the last few years, I've been washing the window around them, but I haven't touched the prints. They are still just as clear and perfect as they were on the morning that I found them. In our next video, I'll be taking you up the trail and sharing our most recent experiences, along with some mind-blowing footage that you're not going to want to miss. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you again real soon.